Hi, welcome back to Closet Confidential. I'm Courtney Smith and I'm in the Upper East Side in Manhattan, chatting all things Park Avenue princess aesthetic with blogger Erika Fox. Let's go. Oh, Erika, I'm so excited to have a look in your wardrobe.
Yeah, this is the kind of main one, I guess. Lots of neutrals, surprise, surprise.
No colour, I'm shocked.
I know. So this is kind of like my everyday stuff, like obviously all my jeans and my trousers, and then these are tops, blazers, and like some knitwear.
Very organised.
Yeah, I do like an organised wardrobe.
Yeah, but I suppose it's easy to kind of...
I think in New York you have to. Yeah. Like you have such kind of compact spaces. Like even in this wardrobe, like I added this second rail and then I added like 2 of the shelves for shoes. So you really have to maximize every corner because that's like, this is the main wardrobe I have in this room. So you get very good at like keeping things tidy. You just have to.
I mean, it feels very capsule, but also there's a lot of very pretty things. Like what you like, it's. I was talking about your style before we came up in the lift, and I was kind of saying like Park Avenue princess. Would you describe yourself like that, or what would you describe your style like?
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like when I moved here first, and like when we knew each other back in the day, I was like much more like colourful and like
girly?
Vintagey, a bit more girly, I guess. Yeah, and then I moved to New York, and I just think people here, they buy like really well, so they'll buy 1 pair of leather trousers, and they'll have that leather trousers for like 5 years, 6 years. So I feel like that kind of influenced my style and what I was buying. And then like you see girls on Park Ave or you see them on Madison, and they just look, it's like that effortless look.
Polished.
But it's good pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they just have these that they know to grab every autumn, and then it just looks good every year. So I've been trying to do that over the years.
There definitely seems to be that kind of like upper Manhattan like aesthetic. Like almost like a uniform, and like I was walking around the streets before I came up, and like there was a lot of denim, but with like the ballet flats with a cute little blazer. And then I came up and I was like, oh, I know, like, but I love it. It's so it's very chic. It's very timeless.
Yeah, timeless.
You're probably not really trend driven, or are you?
Sometimes I am. It depends. I think it probably weirdly is a space thing as well, because sometimes like I think the more space you have, like you have more room to bring in lots of trends, and like you have more room for storage. But I think when you kind of working with a smaller wardrobe, you're like more particular about what you're bringing in, and you're like, okay, I want to keep that in there and have room for it and everything. So I definitely dabble in trends, like even these jackets, like I feel like this is quite trendy at the moment, even though it's classic. But like in the last, like I got this last summer, and I feel like now they're everywhere, these like cropped jackets and the ballet flat, things like that. But I think it's more trends that are still classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you then, like, I mean, I'm looking at you, you've got obviously 2 pairs of beautiful Dior.
Yeah,
like,
shoes are my...
splurge? Is shoes your, like...
Shoes, I think, and bags, yeah. I think recently, though, more shoes. Like, I mean, I've had the Dior, these ones, like, for a while. Like, these are obviously very classic, but I got them.
You liked them so much, you got them in 2 colours.
I know, literally. And, like, I feel like these were so big for a while, and, like, even Ken the last was like, oh, would you sell them? I feel like you don't wear them as much, but I feel like these will always come back. They'll always be here. So I'm particular about some things I keep, but then I'm also like cutthroat then about other things. But these I feel like will have a moment again. And then obviously the ballet flats, I'm wearing 1 pair today, and then I actually thrifted this pair, and they were like resold and everything. I got them for like, I think $200 or something, like a couple of months ago, and now they're like
for Chanel. That's
for
pretty.
Chanel, yeah. So you can get really lucky. And then these are actually a new like loafer I have. These are Celine, but these, oh my god, I still need to try to break them in. They are hell,
killers,
absolute hell. But things like this I love to invest in, because I know I'll wear this now like all autumn, all winter, and like even into spring. And then
you're very much into investment shopping. This, like it's classic pieces that like you don't mind spending if you know you're going to wear them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I bought these Manolos for an event, but I've worn them so much. They're so worn.
They're loved.
That's the thing about me. Like, and you'll even see my bags. Like I wear my stuff. I'm like not someone who like puts them in my wardrobe and it looks pretty. Like I actually wear them around the city, around the streets of New York. So it's like they do get very loved. And then some more glitzy ones at the top.
Like you're saying, obviously your clothes are really loved. Is there, I love the espadrilles. I have a pair of those as well.
I know, I've had them for ages now actually.
They're great. Like again, they're something that you'll always pull out time and time again. But like you obviously love your clothes. Is there a piece here that is like I suppose, quite nostalgic for you, that you're like, oh, this piece, I will wear it like forever. I'm never getting rid of it, or it brings you back to a moment?
Let me think. I think maybe one of my blazers. I feel like I'm a big, I love consignment shopping and thrifting, and this is like a Yves Saint Laurent, like one that I found. I think I have this maybe like 5 or 6 years, and I take it out every autumn winter, and I just know I'll never get rid of this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe some of the other ones, like, I mean, I love my Nina Bing one as well. You know, I wear this all the time, but like if I had to get rid of one, I'd keep obviously this one, because it's like this has more of like a story, thrill of the find, like kind of feeling, and I love that about it. And then like even other vintage ones. This was another vintage one I found recently in an Upper East Side store. Like it's really like an old woman jacket.
It feels very
but
New York,
and like the buttons, like I just love stuff like this, and I love that they're like so on trend at the moment too.
But you would wear that probably with a pair of like leather trousers or denim jeans to kind of, I suppose, update it into a more modern way of wearing it.
Totally. I think like if you style things a certain way, like they'll always be modern, you know, and you can like make them as kind of casual or dressed up as you want.
Do you make any style mistakes? Like do you ever, is there any buys that you're like, why did I buy that, or why is that even still in my wardrobe? Or
I do. I feel like I do, and like as much as I'm very thoughtful about what I buy and what I try to invest in, like you'll still make mistakes. Like I'll still buy some blazers and I'm like, okay, this actually, I thought it was a perfect fit, and then you go to wear it and you're like, I don't feel good in this, and then you're like, damn it, it's too late now to to return it. Or even some like jeans and stuff. I feel like I'm definitely trying to get better at jeans. I've cut them down. Like this is actually, I know it's still 4 or 5 pairs, but I feel like in comparison to other girls, it's actually not that many. So I'm still on the search.
Are you a designer jeans girl or a high street jeans?
I'm a mix. These ones are a Gold Day, which I really like. And then I have, these are like girlfriend denim.
Great
these
label.
are Nina Bing, I think. Yeah. I like her jeans actually a lot. And sometimes I'll have to get them tailored, but
and she's a good like mid-level kind of brand as well. Like, you know, they're not extremely expensive. Like she's, you know, on the more affordable side of designer brands, I feel.
Yeah, she is, and I love her like blazers and stuff as well. And then I guess with trousers, I'm very like attached to trousers for some weird reason. Like I probably only wear like 4 of these maybe on like a weekly basis. Like why do I have so many trousers? But I think in my head I'm like, well, you know, I might have an event and I'll wear those trousers too.
So do you have an attachment to clothing then? Do you find it hard to get rid of things?
You know what? I do a clear out, I would say, every week. Like Kellen is literally, she comes over and she's like, Erika, not again. Like put away the suitcase for the clothes. But I am attached, I think, to some things. If there's like a memory with something, or if I've like thrifted it or consigned, like, you know, if I found it in a cool way, or if I've wore it to a really cool thing, like I'm finding it hard to get rid of it.
I'm the same. Especially now that I'm a mum, I find that I keep putting things aside going, oh, Bodhi might want to wear it one day. Like, I'll never wear it again, and I know I'll never wear it again. So I have these suitcases piling up of like, just in case. And what about like accessories? Because like I feel like you keep things quite minimal with accessories, but obviously you do a collaboration with Lullery, so like you love jewelry, but they're very delicate. It's like subtle touches, I feel.
Lots of like kind of minimal gold, sometimes a little bit of sparkle. We have a new collection coming out soon, and like there is really nice like sparkly bits in there for Christmas, which I love. And especially if you wear something like an all black look or all white, I just think if you have the right jewelry in like a nice kind of subtle but still statement way, it's just so chic. It just makes like the plainer things like really come to life. We spoke a little bit about the power of accessories, and I noticed on the way in that you have a beautiful array of bags. Can we have a little look? Yes, of course. This is probably where you splurge a little bit. Yeah, this is where I splurge. I actually just recently got this little storage thing, and it's been such a lifesaver. So yeah, I just have some of my boots, taller boots down here. Ooh. Yeah, I love them. Jimmy Choo. Oh, they are stunning. They were like an early splurge too, and I was like, I'm going to keep these forever. They are absolutely. Yeah. So they almost kind of have a bit of a vintage feel to them. They do, and they're definitely a bit more print than I'm used to. But I think they're quite funky for you, but they still have all the tones that you wear. The brown tones, which I love. Yeah, I love anything like brown. And these were actually another secondhand find. They're Gucci. And I haven't worn them that much, but I saw that this tag was still on them, and they're like from Bergdorf, and they were like $875, but I got them for like I think 200, like 150 in that shop, Designer Revival. I'm like, Literally, it's the best store.
I noticed obviously you've got a couple of Chanel handbags, and I think it's a really good thing to talk about because they're investment pieces, but I think isn't it there's something like Chanel is the only bags that actually go
up. I know.
So it really is
crazy.
Like investment. Like it's not just it's an investment bag, so I'll wear it all the time. It's actually
this is actually
an investment.
It's like stocks in a way. It's like it's actually going up. Like I bought this one, I think it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago at this stage. It was my first ever Chanel, and like I don't wear it as much anymore. I definitely wear my little one more, but I feel like if I just keep on to it, maybe in like 10 more years, like you'll make a good profit on that, which I know is like a bit crazy to think that way, but it's so true. Like they actually are amazing these days, which is brilliant.
But I noticed that you actually still have some trendy little pieces. Like
I do.
You got the Bottega.
And this little jacquemus one I actually wear so much. And like I got this on Farfetch I think a couple of years ago. But like, you know, sometimes in New York if you're going on the subway or you're going kind of out for the night in a bar, I don't want to really bring my Chanel because like, I mean it's definitely worn, you can see, but you know, you don't want someone to like spill a drink or whatever. And this is just a great little one too to like pop on, and it goes like across body kind of, so it's like
I love
safe.
The little hard handle.
Yeah,
as well,
I recommend it to everyone. Like some of my friends even got it, and it's not crazy expensive.
But I mean they're great. Like they're the perfect little nighttime bags in terms of size, but also daytime.
Yeah, totally. And I think I've definitely in the last year or two kind of gone more towards the smaller bags.
Yes.
I think is everyone like that, or I'm not sure.
I think I'm tired of being like, you know.
And like walking around the city, it's just so much more comfortable. Or if you're just going out for the day, like they're just easy to have on, you know. Even this little Dior one, I wear this like day to day, and it's one of those like, you know, it goes across your body here, but it's shorter.
Yeah.
So it's just that like if I'm running to get a coffee or I'm running like to do some jobs, I'll just pop that on and it fits loads. It can fit my camera. So those little bags I think are great. I think it's more practical. I'm getting practical as I'm getting older. So like these are kind of my more like occasion wear, like things I've worn to like events or weddings. This is fun,
Erika. This is like feathers and sequins.
This is a fun one. I think that's BGBC. I think I had it for an event that I went with them to. Yeah, BGBC. This one. It's actually a fun one. The little feathers on like, both sleeves. So that's nice for Christmas and stuff. I try to like switch out this wardrobe kind of summer, winter, but right now it's kind of a mix, I'm not going to lie.
Do you have your engagement dress?
I do, actually. I do have that here. It's just a little like simple
well, you didn't know you were getting engaged.
Simple slip one. I mean, it was so simple because as I said, we were like shooting for Lulery, and like whenever I shoot Lulery I always wear neutral, so I literally bought this like that week, and I was like, oh, I'll pop a blazer over this or I'll put a jumper over it.
Yeah.
Did not know I'd be wearing this to get engaged, but
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice and like just simple.
I'd say this is a piece now you'll never get rid of because it holds so many memories for you.
Yeah, I swear.
And then I can see your Christmas sparkles there as well.
Yeah, so these are just all things.
You're not afraid. It's so funny.
I like a sparkle.
Yeah, I feel like you're like Party Erika is almost like an alter ego to the rest of it.
And I like a bit of colour and like sparkle. This is Retro Feet that I got. I actually got that on like Saks off Fifth, I think, or something. But like something like this I love to wear like Christmas time or for an event. And even this one I wore for Tommy's like 30th birthday. So it's like little things like this I love to like mix in. What else is in here?
So much secrets.
Yeah, a lot of secrets. This I wore for like a birthday one year. So like
that was your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my birthday like years ago, and I wore this one for my 30th. So things like this I'll always, I think, keep on to. And like I do love to have a bit more fun when it's like for like an occasion or an event.
If you had like one piece of advice, of like one piece that people should invest in for autumn winter, and I know you're not particularly like trend driven, but like what would be a piece if somebody wanted a bit of an Erika style, what piece would you say you need to go find this for your wardrobe?
I think let's talk knitwear maybe, because I feel like maybe this one, I feel like this is like a good mix of like things that are trendy right now. Obviously stripes are so classic, but they're come back every year, but then this style I think is really nice at the moment. This is from Suzanne, and then I loved like the little gold buttons, and you can wear this open or you can close it up to the top.
It almost feels like a little jacket, but it's knit.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. You're kind of getting that striped knit, but you're also you can dress it up a bit too, which I like. So yeah, I think anything striped.
Like a stripy knit.
I think stripy knit, yeah, and like you know, find one that you really love and find one that you know you're going to wear a lot, and you can just style it so many ways.
I mean,
like I live in things like I do. I'm a big stripe gal.
Something that you love.
This is like even a more casual, like this is from Suzanne as well. I just throw this on like at the weekends or at the moment with like shorts or something, but like with jeans or white jeans or something. So yeah, I feel like actually this is a fast this is H&M, but I've had this for so long. I feel like it's one of my like high street buys. I think you can get so lucky really sometimes.
Knitwear in there.
Like I wore this for a Lulary shoot maybe like 3-4 years ago now, and it's still holding up, and it has these nice like wide
I love the sleeves.
So I think if you kind of are smart in the high street sometimes, you can get
I'd actually love to
really,
see that on you.
Yeah, I can try this on.
That up for me
I wear
for
this so much. And anyone who follows me watching, you're wearing it again, Erika.
What is your relationship with clothes? Like, do you like, is clothing for you like an armor? Like, do you feel empowered when you get dressed up? Like, does it make a difference to your day?
I think it definitely does. I think even during COVID, I feel like after it, I think I've even noticed it more, because like the days now that I go to events or I'm going to meetings and stuff and I'm wearing like a wide leg trouser and like a nice blazer, I just feel so much better. And like obviously working from home, I don't get dressed up every day. Like, you know, like half the week I'm here, I'm in jeans, I'm sometimes leggings, like I'm out and about. But the days I am going somewhere and I'm like feeling really good in my outfit, I just feel amazing. It's funny how it works, isn't it?
You can conquer the world better in a good outfit, I think.
And just like nice simple makeup, hair done, and it's like it gives you that boost of confidence when you feel good yourself, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you had some parting advice or like a style secret to give away to everybody, what would that be?
Something I saw recently, this mightn't be a secret to everyone, I'm sure people know this, but I just saw it on TikTok recently, but I think the girl called it either style sandwiching or outfit sandwiching, and it's like basically if you're wearing like black on top, for example, to have like a touch of black in your shoe and like kind of sandwich the color in between, so have like one color in the middle and then two matching-ish colors on the outside, and it just brings together your outfit. And I've tried it recently, and it kind of makes it easier sometimes if you're like in between a shoe or you're in between what color pants or something.
If you're struggling to like really
bring it together. And it doesn't have to be obviously like rule by rule all the time. You can of course mix and match, but those days where you're like, oh, I don't know what to wear,
where nothing's working.
If you just actually think of that, it just automatically looks good. So that's a new one I've been doing.